Contingencies and reinforcement. Reinforcement strengthens or maintains behaviors. There's positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a means that can increase the probability that a behavior will occur in the future. Positive reinforcement is generally used when first trying to teach new skills. An example, teaching a replacement behavior for an interfering behavior, or to increase appropriate behaviors. Positive reinforcement is from someone who provides something that is pleasant. Positive reinforcement is often thought of as a reward. There's also negative reinforcement. Negative reinforcement is also a means by which teachers and other staff can increase the probability that a behavior will occur in the future. Negative reinforcement is when there is a removal of something that is unpleasant. An example is a child very much dislikes washing dishes and does not complete their homework every night. Their parent may tell them, if you finish all of your homework before I come home from work, then you do not have to wash the dishes. There's also extinction. According to the National Professional Development Center on Autism Spectrum Disorders, extinction is derived from applied behavior analysis and involves procedures aimed at withdrawing or terminating the reinforcement associated with an inappropriate behavior. Because there may be a learning history in which the unwanted behavior has been reinforced over a period of time, changing the consequences to no longer reinforce the behavior may lead to an increase in the frequency, how often the behavior occurs, the duration, how long the behavior lasts, and or intensity, how intense or powerful the behavior is of the target behavior. These are referred to extinction bursts. Then we also have punishments. Punishments are typically used to decrease a behavior, but according to the Iris Center, positive punishment is a means by which teachers can decrease the probability that a behavior will occur in the future. So a teacher uses positive punishment when he or she provides something that is unpleasant. Negative punishment is also something teachers use to decrease the probability that a behavior will occur in the future. So a teacher uses negative punishment when he removes something that is pleasant. So timeout, for an example, is commonly used form of negative punishment. But the use of punishment to change behavior should be used least. It is usually more productive to use positive reinforcement to increase a desired behavior than it is to use punishment to decrease an undesirable one. When implementing reinforcement, the following three basic principles should be followed. Reinforcement should immediately follow the target behavior. Reinforcement fits the target behavior and is meaningful. And multiple reinforcers are more effective than a single reinforcer. So with that, when it's saying multiple reinforcers are more effective than a single reinforcer, brings me to think of token economies. And token economies are generally comprised of the following three components. The target behavior or skill is identified and defined. A medium of exchange is selected. So tokens, symbols, different things the learner will receive, like on the photo here, there's stars. There's backup reinforcements. So items and activities may be purchased after acquiring a certain number of tokens. Token economy programs can be used in a variety of settings, like the classroom, the community, and home. Teachers and practitioners or other support staff may find them particularly useful because tokens can be administered immediately following the target behavior. They do not interrupt the flow of an activity or lesson, and they maintain a learner's behavior over long periods of time. They can also be used with several learners or students at the same time. As much as possible, students should be able to select their reinforcers. Establish contingencies by consistently and immediately following target behaviors with consequences. Reinforcements must be contingent. Here we have the if-then statements. If you finish your homework, then you do not have to wash the dishes tonight. Utilize schedules of reinforcement. Do not provide a reinforcer for each correct response or instance of behavior. So the if-then statement I gave just was a negative reinforcer, but it could be something like, if you finish 3 of your math problems, then you will earn a token. And so there we have the one for the token economy. The goal of reinforcement is to increase skills while gradually fading reinforcement strategies to promote maintenance and generalization through the use of reinforcement schedules. Schedules of reinforcement refer to the frequency or timing of the delivery of reinforcement following a target behavior. So, for example, a reinforcer can be delivered either on a continuous or an intermittent schedule.